Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you guys haven't already, subscribe below and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. So today I have for you guys 3 lunches that I've made over the course of this past week. They're super simple and easy to make and I've enjoyed them so much, so let me know below if you guys like them and if you try them on your own. For this first dish, I'm going to be making basil pesto with pasta. While my pasta was boiling, I started on the pesto. I included the ingredients in the description, but you'll want to start with the lesser amount of each. So I added basil, miso pesto, which gives it like a salty taste you normally get from Parmesan and traditional pesto, some garlic, hemp seeds, the zest of 1 lime, and then the juice of a lime, as well as some olive oil to blend it. After blending it, give it a try and adjust it to your liking by adding extra portions of the ingredients and then set it aside for later. After the pesto was done, I then added a couple tablespoons of water to a pan and then added in some frozen veggies and sauteed until they were cooked. And then added my cooked pasta in, as well as some sun-dried tomatoes and the pesto that we just made. And then mix that around on low heat just until everything's well coated. Once that was all mixed together, I then just topped it off with some extra sun-dried tomatoes and it was ready to go. You guys should definitely try this. It's super quick and easy to make your own pesto and it tastes so good. For this next recipe, I made barbecue pulled chicken sweet potato nachos. So I'm going to start by slicing a sweet potato into about 1/4 inch rounds. Then I'm going to toss them onto a lined baking sheet and mix it with oil, some salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, cumin, and chili powder. Then mix that around and arrange them in a single layer to bake in the oven at 375 for about 25 minutes until they're fork tender. While the sweet potato were baking, I started on the chicken, so I seasoned that on both sides with the same ingredients and then threw that in the pan to cook for about 5 to 7 minutes on each side on medium heat. And then once that was done, I just took it out and let it rest for a few minutes before I started shredding it. After letting the chicken rest, I then just used 2 forks to shred the chicken into smaller pieces and then added that back into the same pan that we used from before, and then added in the barbecue sauce and mixed that around a bit on low heat just so it could warm through. With the sweet potato also done, I then topped it off with the chicken that we just made and then added on some black beans and then sprinkled on some cheese as well, and then put that back into the oven to melt the cheese for about 5 to 7 minutes. Once the cheese is all melted, you can eat it like this, or you can add on some additional toppings. I used avocado and salsa, but you could also use cilantro or lime juice, and that would all taste really good on this as well. Lastly is something a little bit lighter, so I'm going to be making some flank steak to have with salad. So I'm going to start by marinating the steak with some soy sauce, honey, minced garlic, some grated ginger, white wine vinegar, sesame oil, and then about a teaspoon of onion powder. We'll mix all that together and then let the steak marinate in it for at least 45 minutes, and then turning it over at least once or twice during that time to make sure that it's all evenly coated in the mixture. While the meat marinates, I'm going to make some crispy wontons. So you'll just cut into pieces some dumpling or wonton wrappers, spray a pan with some spray oil, place those in a single layer and spray with some more salt and oil, and then bake for about 12 to 15 minutes until they're golden brown. Next, we'll cook the steak for about 5 to 7 minutes on each side, depending on how you like it, and then let it rest while we make the rest of the salad. Next, I added greens, shredded cabbage, and carrots to a bowl. Mix that around a little bit before adding in some edamame and then cucumber. After my steak had rested, I cut it into slices and added the wontons and steak on top, and then finished my salad off with some dressing. Let me know in the comments below if you guys give any of these recipes a try, and I'll see you in the next vid.